All right. Good afternoon or good evening. Hello, everyone. We are back with another chat. Today, I am here with attorney Jamila Little. I am attorney Nehemiah Jefferson, and we just want to have a chat today about social media and how social media can be a powerful tool. Social media can be a powerful marketing tool for your personal brand and certainly for your business. But social media also could also be, I would say, something that can hurt your legal case. And so that's what we want to talk about today. Hello, Attorney Little. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I hear a little bit of an echo, so I may or may not keep this
Okay.
on, but we'll see how it goes. If you
Yeah.
lose me on one, it's because there's an echo. But I'm
Right.
doing good. Happy to be here again on our Thursday afternoon chats.
Right.
And I am excited about this topic. So, welcome everybody to our Thursday afternoon chats, and we hope you guys find this interesting. If you if you do have questions, jump in. If you have some topics that you want us to discuss as well, feel free to leave them in the chat. So, Attorney Jefferson, I want to let you go ahead and talk about this video that you posted earlier this week. Do not boast on social media. Tell me, tell me.
Yes. So I posted a video, may have been yesterday or the day before yesterday. And I think the title of the message or the video was Stop Social Media Bragging and Boasting. Stop Social Media Bragging and Boasting. I think that was the title or the message that I wanted to convey to those who would watch the video. And it came about as a result of some of the discovery was in a case that I am working on, and so it made me think about all of those individuals who post about how much money that they make on social media, how much money that they are making per day on social media. And I began to think that could possibly not be a good thing as it relates to a legal case if they were facing some type of civil tax charge or even worse, a criminal tax charge. And so I just wanted to do somewhat of an informational video without going into a whole lot of depth, but just to really warn people about the electronic footprint that they are creating using social media.
Very, very important. Um, and I would say this extends not only to the world of taxation, obviously not wanting to get too much into the specifics of your case, but it can be something that certainly hurts your case if what you're putting out there is in direct conflict to what you're trying to present or argue or bring forth in your case, just generally. I think this is true in my world as well for immigration. And I tend to think about those marriage based cases where, believe it or not, USCIS on some applications, immigration now asks, do you have social media handles? And guess what? They will go check it out. There are times where they may even do a house visit, right? So think about the things that you're putting out there. And like I said, I'm thinking about my marriage based cases where you might be filing for some sort of benefit based on a marriage. And this is where we go into, marriage fraud. Don't do it ever, ever.
Don't do it. Right.
But the things that you're putting out on social media may not be consistent with what you're trying to accomplish in your case. And so you have to be mindful of that. You have to be really, really mindful of the inconsistencies. You may be married to one person. Well, why are you in a picture, in a picture, right, with somebody else, you know? I mean, these questions are legitimate and they come up. How else have you seen these things kind of come to play in your experience?
So in the past, sometimes, so I represent other tax professionals, and sometimes early on in a case, a client may be under or subject to some type of injunction. So, in other words, there may be some things that the client should not be doing.
Right.
And so it's very difficult to say that you're not doing something if there is an electronic footprint, social media, Facebook, whatever it is, Instagram, whatever the social media handle is, showing you doing them. And and so that I have seen that come up as well. And so again, we just want to try to encourage everybody to be mindful to use social media in a way in which it's going to be beneficial to you and not certainly detrimental to you.
Absolutely. I
Yeah, I,
also,
I would say the other thing would be
mhm,
I've also sometimes as you well know, when we initially meet with a client, we will give that client some specific guidance and so some specific instruction. For example, not to communicate with other people. And so one of the ways in which we can find out if that is happening or not would be social media. So I've seen it come up in that instance as well.
certainly. And I would echo, with injunctions, you might see them more on the civil side. Um, I typically tend to see them more on the criminal side. And obviously, if you have an injunction, don't be sliding into people's DMs. No,
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so I see that. I also think of sometimes I also do personal injury cases, and I think of those types of cases as well, where this person is hurt, supposed to be hurt, and they're found, and we have these conversations in terms of even, I guess, their doctors might tell them, you want to stay away from certain types of activities,
Right.
um, just to facilitate your own healing process. But also, it helps with your case if you're not seen doing activities that you really should not be doing if you're genuinely hurt, um, and in recovery. So again, that goes to social media and things that might be posted by the client or by someone else. These things can be found.
Yes, and of course, this is not my area of law is taxation, and immigration is your area, and personal injury and some criminal law. But I have heard of, well, we have seen, I know you have seen as well as I have seen, just using the use of certain marks or the use of certain information, using somebody's information could also run you afoul of the intellectual property and copyright laws of the land. So we have to be really, really careful what you post and how you use various things, as well as again, you keep in mind you're creating what seems to be a very permanent electronic footprint. Once it's out there, I think it's pretty difficult for us to get it back. So we just have to be mindful of the things that we say, the things that we do, the things that we post for our future.
Absolutely. And my best tip would be, if you are in litigation, you just stay away from social media as it relates to your case.
Yep, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right. Well, I think this is a great discussion. I don't know if you have anything
Yeah.
else that you do want to add to you,
No,
Jeff.
just be careful. As we mentioned early on, social media is a powerful tool, but I guess the last piece of advice I would say that if you have retained an attorney for your case, please be mindful of the guidance that he or she has provided to you as it relates to how you should govern yourselves uh, after your case has commenced. And certainly, to a certain extent, there may be some guidelines or some things that you need to follow post after your case has been closed. So just want to encourage people to be mindful of that.
Absolutely. Well, before we wrap up, I saw we had a couple people join on. So I just want to say, hey, I see Joella, Joey Baby 82. Hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining. Lexus Lawyer, I see. And there was somebody else, I think. So just want to say thank you guys for joining. We're going to be here on Thursday afternoons, just giving a quick chat, a quick live on different topics. So if there are things that you want to hear us talk about, you want to hear our perspectives, certainly leave us a message or add a comment, and we will definitely try to incorporate those topics in our time. All right. So
All right.
thanks again for joining, everyone. And Attorney Jefferson, always a pleasure. Look forward
Yes.
to seeing everyone next week, and take care.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.